Yesterday we had two rules that were passed, the catch rule and the helmet, leading with the helmet thing that made a lot of news. One that was tabled that everyone assumed would be a rule was a change in how you can hire a coach for a team that is still in the playoffs. I don't want to get too complicated here, but the Josh McDaniels rule is what they're calling it. And a lot of people felt that the Colts were left out in the lurch because they couldn't officially hire Josh McDaniels till after the Super Bowl. He bails on them. Suddenly we're in February and they don't have a head coach. The thought coming into this thing was that they were going to quickly address that. So you can hire a coach if he's a coordinator for a Super Bowl team. You can get him under wraps, and then we could just go from there. It wasn't passed. It has tabled till next meeting, which usually means they couldn't get the support to pass it. What happened here that suddenly that's not a rule and that hasn't been changed?
Yeah, this was a surprise. And actually, I thought it was tabled originally till May. It was tabled indefinitely. So this may be something now we are done hearing about. And Bill Belichick, from what I understand, gave an impassioned plea in the room against passing the Josh McDaniels rule. And it's not just that. Of course, it worked out well for him. He was able to retain Josh for a big contract extension and keep him as their offensive coordinator going forward. His thought was, and this is something that he told the room, was that if you're in the playoffs, you're lucky enough to make the playoffs, you have everything at stake, it's late in the season, you've been working toward this all year, and then you have one of your coaches who's been in the bunker with you. He's literally signed with another organization. And, we know there's sort of wink-nod agreements. All right, I'm going to be your coach when we're done. But the signing of a document is a little different. And so Belichick sort of got up there and explained all that. And then there's the other part of it. Let's say you're the Colts. Let's say you actually signed Josh McDaniels 2 weeks before that. What if he then backs out? What do you do with the signed contract if he just doesn't want to be the coach of your team? And these are all these legal issues that I think people, including us, didn't really consider. And by the way, Chris Ballard, he was against the rule too, even though theoretically it might have helped him this year.
Yeah, and I think as someone summed it up to me, and it wasn't obviously Belichick, but the sum up was what you would be doing if you changed that rule is that you would be crippling or at least penalizing or hurting a team that did have success and rewarding a team that did not have success. In most cases, if you're firing a coach before January, it's because your team did not have a good year. Why give them the benefit? Why not give the team focusing on the Super Bowl the benefit?
It's well said. Yeah.